Everyone, Mantic Mystic Messages here with a reading for Aries, all placements of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, all placements of Aries. This is for June 2025, although you may find it's kind of timeless at the same time. So let's see what we have for you. This could pertain to any area of your life: money, career, relationships, love, abundance, all that good stuff. Let's get a variety of tarot and oracle cards. Only take what resonates. Don't try to make the message fit if it doesn't. All right. Wisdom here, old woman. So this is about paying more attention to feelings and emotions. This could be some sort of desire to find your inner voice or listen to your inner voice, wanting to, even be in that kind of hermit mode here. All right, what else do we have? We have carriage, so movement. So this is magical enchantment and love of some kind. So some sort of old-fashioned romance or a focus on chivalry. And we also have dolphin, positive change. So some sort of financial stability, psychological comfort. So it could also be a person, someone who's very positive entering your life, positive influence. And it can also be an indication of, need to have a little more fun. What else do we have? Forest here. This is the unknown. So you're feeling unsettled maybe and insecure. This could be feeling as though you need to have patience and wisdom in your own choices. Whoops. And I kind of saw part of the bottom of the deck, but I didn't see what it was. Okay, so we have cup here. So you could be the difficulty that you could be facing. This cup says difficult time. It could be that the fear of the unknown. So this is not a time to assert yourself, supposedly, right? So that's what this says. It says empathy for someone else's feelings. So you may be like holding yourself back because you don't necessarily know how something's going to turn out and you don't want to like give someone the wrong advice. I'm getting that intuitively. One other thing I am getting right now is a channeled message that's so randomly specific. All my messages are pot stickers. So I don't know if that's like a food you just ate or something you make or you like or whatever, but I'm getting pot stickers, like a dumpling type thing. There's also an energy here too. Well, actually a name. I'm getting a Amelia, like Emelia or Emily, some name like that, Emelina or so. I'm going to use the Cheeky Tarot by Danilo Sonino. This is by White Fly Tarot. I found it on Etsy. It's a deck I enjoy. Maybe you'll like it too. Oh, one more card came out. So ring, love. All right. So marriage or something completing a life cycle. So some sort of path, and it's leading to something very positive here. So this is good after that difficult time. That's nice to see that. But, sometimes, not knowing exactly when to do something or which direction to take can be difficult. Sometimes if we step back too, that can lead to it's like easier to make the decision, or something will just come to you because you've given yourself that time that to like quietly reflect on something. Sometimes when we step away from something we've been really trying to figure out, that's when we get sort of that like intuitive, like, whoa, I just, this intuitive whisper, you could say, or a revelation even. So, whoa, all right. So you have several cards came out in a clump. Ace of Pentacles. There's that lovely opportunity here, and it's because because you've already established yourself with something, I'm getting, or you've already done a lot of like work with something. That's what I'm feeling. You've also made judgment calls. You've received the clarity. Oh my goodness, you have death, judgment, and the Ace of Swords. So you start your reading, Aries, off with a bang. You've got two aces and you have death and judgment here. Now these are big cards, the Ace of Swords here. This is clarity. You're getting some clarity as far as some sort of unknown that is coming in the month of June. There's a truth here being revealed, but one of the truths is, in order to move forward, there does have to be some sort of transformation, in the form of an ending, possibly. Okay. So there is some of this time to move on. And that's, interestingly enough, Aries, that's what you have clarifying carriage and movement, the death card. So that's really interesting. It's a card of ending and moving on. And there's judgment here, clarifying this positive change card that you have. So with the judgment card, you can see they're rising from their coffin. You may be getting clarity here as far as life purpose, as far as really where you need to go. And you may just finally be making up your mind once and for all. There could be a message here coming in that you that sets you free in some way. Okay, so um, like I'm getting this specific message, like because they're because one good thing when you do end something is you're then free. So it's almost like with death comes this freedom, like, um, in a literal sense, there would be like, freedom from any sort of ailments that you might have, freedom from, the confines of a body or something. But it's like you're free from being confined, from being trapped in some way. So that's what's positive about this. And you have that is bookended with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So with this ending becomes this like realization, this revelation, and that's what leads to that clarity, that Ace of Swords, and it kind of makes that difficulty of not knowing, what you're going to do. It makes it easier because it's almost like, I don't want to say the decision's kind of made up for you in a way, but I do kind of get a little bit of like a tower type energy, but it's more of a, you saw this coming. So I wouldn't call it like a quick tower. One big thing with the tower is it generally is pretty sudden. But let's see if it comes in. You have the star card here. No, this is a time for you to rebuild. This is promise, hope. This is rejuvenation. You're getting that clarity, and that's what's going to help you through this difficult time. There is this connection to like you as well as the cosmos, and this Aquarian energy there. And this is about you really knowing yourself. Okay, there's something here with this energy of like your clarity comes from knowing yourself and knowing how the journey has been for you, what you've overcome. As I said at the very beginning, I said something along the lines of like you're having, I can't remember exactly what I said because I channel mostly throughout these readings, so it's like not really me. It's you're getting channeled messages, so it's hard for me to kind of rewind the tape. But it's like you have the experience. You've already kind of laid the groundwork almost for something. Okay, so it's like you're not starting brand new. Like you should. It's like almost like having like a lot of your determination's coming from the fact that you've done something, you've already like laid groundwork or something along those lines. Okay, and you have the devil card here underneath that love and ring commitment. I'm getting too for some of you, like with this devil card, there's something about um again, not wanting to be chained. It's sort of like one of those things where it's like you want a relationship, you don't need it, right? There's a big difference between wanting and needing, and you're freeing yourself from the needing. And that's a good thing because you'd rather, it's better to want than to need, right? Because there's this focus on independence and you being set free, basically. And you have the Six of Wands. There's success in that. There's victory. You could be getting a lot of positive attention coming up this month. People are going to want what you have, Aries, because you have it going on with something there. And it's like you almost like make this victory, this new this transition look easy, but it's not that it was easy, but somehow you have this way of maybe making others think it was, and whether it's intentional or not, there's something about, because you have this like level of confidence that others wish they had. Yeah. And then the Nine of Pentacles, and it's like, again, that independence, that freedom, that self-made kind of energy, like you're creating this victory for yourself, and that's what I feel like this reading is about. It's like you're not afraid to close the doors that need to be closed, and that leads you into this independence, this stability, this you've changed your whole environment, and this could happen in a pretty short period of time. The Six of Pentacles. Okay, so you have another six now, and this is really something needs to be like worth it, I think, for you to commit again. I don't know if some of you are coming out of like this commitment that you've had. Maybe you've left a job or you've left something big, or you will in the month of June. But I am kind of getting like this sort of reassessing where you've been putting your resources. And that's what that Six of Pentacles can be too. Not quite as much as like the Seven of Pentacles, but I do get with the Six of Pentacles, it's just making tweaks and stuff to make sure that you're getting a return on your investments. And you have the Page of Pentacles here. Now, pages can be messengers, definitely, but there's something here about your ambition, your desire, and having that patience and diligence to really make something happen. And for some of you, you've really healed a certain situation or scenario. We've got this connected to the star card in a way here, and I'm getting you're really kind of like focusing on, well, you have the King of Pentacles on the bottom. That's a very nice card to have. I get that you're focusing on making improvements to your environment. If you haven't already, some of you literally could be moving, but I'm getting that you're clearing out anything that's in excess. King of Pentacles, they can do hard things. This is so same with the Nine of Pentacles, and they can do it on their own. You have this whole row here. This bottom row for you is almost all Pentacles except that Six of Wands, which hello is victory and success, and like not being afraid to like be proud of it and flaunt it almost a little bit. Like now's your time to shine. The King of Pentacles, you have the grapes here, and that's like grapes only grow in certain conditions. And I feel as though some of you, like, you've learned certain lessons about what does, again, have like return on your investments. It's like where to put your energy now. You're readjusting your priorities here in June. That's what a big part of what this has to do with. It's a total like restructuring of your priorities. So there could be some big changes for you in this upcoming month of June. Big changes in the priorities shift, and that is to your benefit. Oh my goodness. As I said, there's that Ace of Cups. You're getting yourself so much closer to this, whatever this Ace of Cups, this dream come true, even for some of you. This is also, it's some sort of like new proposal, even for some of you. So this could be some sort of new, fresh start or something or someone you'll love. But either way, I do feel that momentum's being built here. And you're like, if some of you have felt kind of in the shadows or something, you're stepping into that spotlight. This is the Hermit. Oh my goodness, there you go. Just said you're like earlier in the reading, I think I said a Hermit card. Maybe I did, unless it was pre-shuffle, I was thinking it. Anywho, Virgo energy here. So this is about, you being on the top of the mountain here, relying on your inner wisdom, your inner guidance. This is about you being maybe even having a bit of time of a solitude here to find out what it is that you do love and point you in yourself in that new direction here. But you get that truth and clarity about what's really going to bring you the most joy, fulfillment, happiness, like with the Ace of Cups. And there's the Five of Swords. And for some of you, it's moving on. It's like deciding, you know what, this isn't worth the battle here, So you may be cutting ties, some of you, or just coming up with a whole new game plan for your life. Yeah, there's the Seven of Pentacles. Yep, analyzing, assessing if something's worth it. Like with the Six of Pentacles here, but the whole goal is to get yourself to that Nine of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, that star card. It's like that ultimate healing, that abundance, that fulfillment. And what does it mean for you? What will make you feel fulfilled? There's, oh my goodness, yeah, some of you, again, having to move on. So this reading is very clear so far for me, Aries. You're going to have to probably be reassessing things in June. And I think it's going to be a lot easier than what you realize, or it's going to at least look that way to others. It's going to be easy to figure out anyway what needs to shift in order to put yourself on that path to total abundance and happiness. Eight of Swords here. Some of you are realizing you're not actually stuck. Okay, this is definitely going to tie into your overall abundance in some way. I've got 88 there. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yep. Overall abundance. And there's the queen of overall abundance, the Empress. She's got the energy of all four queens, actually. So this connects to your opposite on the zodiac wheel, which would be Libra. And that's good to understand your opposite energy. So some of you, maybe you want to tune into Libra readings or something too. You might get a little benefit there. But the Empress is like being connected to the flow, right? Being able to as I said before, you're connecting to the cosmos even, and knowing like where you are in your day-to-day life, but also where you fit in the world, right? So this 17 here on the star card, 1 and 7 is 8. So there's 8, number of the self, I believe anyway. And you have 8 with the sword, 8 of Swords. You have 17, which is an 8 with the star card. You have the 8 of Cups. You have triple eights. This is all about your abundance. I'm actually going to pull that card, and there it is right there. You will have great success coming your way, and it's because you're willing to make those difficult decisions and choices. And on the bottom of the deck, the 8 of Wands. So there's the momentum building. Things are heading in the right direction. Things are going to move quickly. All right. You may have to make a big decision, or fast changes, because you get this opportunity. This opportunity could certainly come in. You're attracting abundance at this time. My goodness, things are looking good for you. All right, what else? What else do we have here? Let's get. Is there anything we need to surrender to? So let's see. What do we need to surrender to or avoid here? Empress is also Taurus energy, not just Libra energy. Actually, if you are a Libra, I do have my main channel, Schoolhouse Intuitive, and there I read for Libras. There's the info right there, Schoolhouse Intuitive. All right, and you have surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. You're taking yourself out of that Eight of Swords energy, okay? So focusing on the positivity, on that Empress energy, right? Living in that energy of abundance is actually going to help you create more abundance, Aries. And I feel like you know it. You have surrender low self-esteem and surrender denial. Oh my goodness. And look, what is this person? They just look like that. The Eight of Swords. There she is with her blindfold on. Okay. So you're not fully trapped, by the way. You're not actually trapped. So it says, accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. And you're all about moving on and moving up in this month. So surrender low self-esteem. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. I'm getting you're like ultimate clean out mode. You're sweeping out anyone that doesn't fit and doesn't align. It's like I almost get this like, reached your limit, All right, with something or someone. You have unlocking here. So what was unlocked? Well, what was locked can now be opened. My goodness, you are definitely unlocking a new level of abundance. If I had to say something about this reading, I think that sums it up. You're unlocking this new level of abundance. And this is like blocks are there to tell you that you're steering off track, right? Something's not aligned. That's why it could be blocked. But you've opened the floodgates of abundance without limitations. I'm telling you, this is really, really, really positive. Divine timing. Your angels are working behind the scenes. So things are going to come together exactly at the right time. So let's make sure we don't have any sort of unrealistic timeline, right? All right. And let's get you. Let's check in a little bit to if it's relationships, right? A little bit of love here, a little bit of love. It doesn't have to be romantic, just some sort of relationship. Might not hurt to know. Oh my goodness, Aries, get this. You now have divine timing again. Totally different deck. There it is again. So something is working out in divine timing. This is incredible. So everything's unfolding in divine timing. Trust the universe knows when to bring two souls together, whether it's relationship as far as love or not. It's about surrendering and trusting to the divine timing. You will be the right people and situations will appear in your life at the right time. It's what it seems like. All right. You have your surrender card. Let's see. How can we stay high vibing? Any advice for how to stay high vibing? I like to get these cards too. If you enjoy this reading, please do like and subscribe. It definitely helps out a new channel like this. Thank you. Newer. So it says tantrum time. So it's like yell into a pillow, stomp your feet, get on the floor, kick and scream, have a tantrum. In other words, move and release that energy so it's not stuck and weighing you down. So afterwards, you may feel a little lighter. Okay. And then you also have love sensations. So think about someone or something you love. Feel that love and let it grow as big as you can and hold it in your body. What does love feel like? Where do you feel it in your body? And notice the subtle nuances of love. The longer you hold the sensations of love in your body, the longer they stick around. Kind of like where attention goes, energy flows. Just that sort of thing. And let's get a divine direction card or two, and then an animal card, and we will close out your reading for June. Manifestation and curiosity. Reclaim your curiosity, have fun, don't take life too seriously. And yeah, this entire reading is all about you're manifesting rapidly, your dreams and goals are becoming a reality. Stay focused. And again, you're making those priority shifts too, and that's going to help you. And let's get an animal card for you. Maybe like a few, actually. The decks I use are in the description box. Raccoon. So with determination and resourcefulness, you can now create your dream scenario. My goodness, you are getting like repeats, and no matter what deck, who wrote it, you're getting like just stay at it, determined, you're creating your dream. This is you're reaching your goals. Crocodile, the most profound transformations often occur in stillness and quiet moments. Have patience. You're getting that too though, Aries. Like, oh, it's going to come in divine timing, So, and cat. Second cat in the reading now. Embrace your independence and let your curiosity be your guiding star. Excellent. And another one. Polar bear. Your waiting's finally over. Life will soon reward you for staying focused and alert. My goodness, hardworking Aries. That is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this reading helped. And if it did, you know how to show support. Thank you, Aries. Take care.